What is up, YouTube? This is mnbchara here, bringing you my first Pokemon Black and White Wi-Fi battle against the one and only PIMPNITE. I got to battle him during his 4th livestream event. It turns out to be a good battle, but it was actually full of hexes, so that kinda got in the way. So yeah, I'm gonna lead with my Karate King, which is my Sock, as he leads with his Koth, his Jirachi. Yeah, I figure I would switch out because I don't really feel like taking Psychic. So I go into my Slowking because I figure that's the best counter I have against this Jirachi. He goes for the Iron Head, that's gonna do nothing because Slowking has pretty base defenses. Yeah, right here I'm gonna go for the Thunder Wave, actually, as he switches out into his Umbreon, which kinda sucks for me because, as you may know, Umbreon has a Synchronize ability which passes on his status. So I end up getting myself paralyzed, which doesn't really matter because Slowking is pretty slow, but yeah, whatever. He goes into his Galvantula. I switch out thinking he was going to go for a Dark type move, so I switch into my Sulk as he goes for the Thunder. Now that's gonna do a shitload of damage. It's gonna bring me down to my sturdy. Yeah, I go for the Stone Knight here because I'm definitely sure that's going to take it out because Galvantula has pretty suckish defenses. Yeah, I do end up taking it out, but I live with 1 HP. Yeah, he goes into his Jirachi. I switch out because I figure I can save that Sock for Death Fodder later. And I go into my Sandslash, which is great because he actually ends up going for the Thunder Punch, which it doesn't affect Sandslash. So he switches out into his Farfetch'd as I go for the Stealth Rocks. Now right here he go for the Swords Dance, but he actually thought that Farfetch was Focus Sash, so that's why he did it. But it ends up not being Focus Sash, and I am able to take it out with the Stone Edge, which is great for me because otherwise that could have given me some trouble. Yeah, he goes into his Stunfisk, and I'm like, okay. I go for the Earthquake because I figured it can do a pretty good amount of damage. It actually ends up taking it out because he told me that this Stunfisk was messed up with this nature or something, and yeah, something like that. He goes into his Jirachi and he goes for the Iron Head, and I was going to go for the Earthquake, but I end up getting flinched, and I'm like, okay, that happens. Yeah, I go for the Earthquake again, but he goes for the Iron Head, and he will get the flinch again, and I'm like, okay, stupid Surrender Grace, but whatever. He goes for the Iron Head again. I figured that's not gonna flinch me, not 3 times in a row, and it actually flinches me, and I'm like, what? Yeah, so I have to switch out because I can't take any more hits from this Jirachi or else I'm dead. So I go into my Slowking because, as I said, it's my best counter against this Jirachi, and the Iron Head's going to do nothing because Slowking is a beast. So yeah, right here I go for this Scald. I was actually trying to burn this Jirachi, but he ends up switching into his Weavile, which is kind of good for me because I actually do end up getting the burn. And as Weavile is a pretty good physical attacker, that turns out great for me. Yeah, so I burned his Weavile, and now I'm gonna switch out because I'm pretty sure a Night Slash is coming, and I don't feel like getting crit or something. So I go into my Sock as a Death Fodder, and that turns out great for me because he goes for the Night Slash. And the funny thing is that he actually got a crit here. So if he hadn't hit my Slowking, that would have wrecked my strategy. But I managed to dodge that bullet, and yeah, I go into my Magnezone just to finish this Weavile off, and he goes for the low kick. I'm like, what? I didn't know Weaviles had low kick, but whatever. He takes himself out with Life Orb Recoil, and I'm like, cool, it's cool. I go for the Volt Switch, which kind of sucks because this Magnezone is Scarf, so I have to go for the Volt Switch again or switch out. As I don't want to just switch out and let him do whatever he wants, I just go for the Volt Switch just to do a little bit of damage, and I switch into my Blastoise. And he actually got the Parahex here. You're gonna see later on in the battle that's gonna happen a lot to his Umbreon. But yeah, I go for this call, just get a little bit of damage, and he actually ends up going for the Moonlight to restore some health. And I'm like, cool, no big deal. So yeah, I go for the Scald again. No, I don't go for the Scald. He goes for the Curse, and right here I go for the Roar because I figured I can't do much to this Umbreon, so I might as well just get rid of it. I go for the roar, which is kind of funny because he went for the curse, so I kind of waste his turn right there. Yeah, I bring out his Jirachi, and he goes for the trick here. He takes my leftovers and give me a choice scarf, and I'm like, what I'm gonna do with the choice scarf? But whatever. I go for the skull, and I do end up getting the burn on this Jirachi. So as I said, this match is a pretty hexful match. Hex is everywhere. I'm hexing all his Pokemon. I kind of felt guilty for that later. Yeah, he goes for the Thunder Punch. He actually gets a crit and paralyzes me with this Thunder Punch. So that kinda even things out, but not really. I get Parahex here. It doesn't really matter because I was going to go for a Scald. Yeah. He goes for another Thunder Punch because there's nothing much he can do against my Blastoise. And I go for the Scout again because we're pretty much tied here. I have nothing else to do to his Jirachi, and he doesn't have much to do against my Blastoise. So, yeah. Burn is racking up, and he goes for the Thunder Punch again. But that's not gonna do much. I go for the Skull here, finish up his Jirachi, and that's pretty cool, I guess. I felt kind of guilty because I got like 2 burns and 1 paralyzed in this battle, which kind of screwed him over because otherwise I'm pretty sure he would be able to win the battle if it wasn't for these Parahex in this Umbreon. But yeah, he goes for the Curse. I switch out to my Magnezone, and I'm like, yeah, I have nothing to do, so I'm just gonna start spamming Thunderbolts on him because there's nothing else I can do it. And Magnezone is actually my last Pokemon who can do something to this Umbreon, because if my Magnezone dies, I will have like a Slowking, which is weak to Dark, and Exeggutor, which is weak to Dark types, and a Sandslash, I think, which is like at red health or whatever, and a Blastoise, which is paralyzed, so won't do much. Yeah, I keep spamming Thunderbolts. He goes for the Moonlight to get his health back. I'm like, oh shit, this is gonna be stall. But yeah, I just keep spamming Thunderbolts on him, and eventually he's going to get Parahex, like right here, and that's gonna kinda screw him over, because he wouldn't have been able to kill me, my Magnezone, if it wasn't for that paralyzation, sorry. He goes for the payback here, hoping for crit. It doesn't happen, but it actually do a lot of damage. Do like half the health I had. But yeah, I go for the Thunderbolt once more, and right here he's gonna get Parahexed, which kind of screwed him over because I'm pretty sure he was going for a payback, and that would have done a ton of damage. Yeah, right here he goes for I believe a Sucker Punch, but he gets Parahex, and that was screwed him over because he would have been able to take out my Magnezone, and I would have been wrecked if he had been able to hit me. So yeah, great battle, PIMPNITE. I hope to battle you again, hopefully with a hax-free match where we can battle more, have a fair battle, which paralyzations won't be screwing anyone. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, guys, give me a thumbs up and let me know so I can continue doing Wi-Fi battles. And yeah, you should check out PIMPNITE's channel. I'm gonna leave his link in the description below. And yeah, guys, that's it. See you guys next time.